One of the life areas where it's easy to get stuck is with relationships. And I've worked with a lot of coaching clients that are making up stories about themselves that just aren't true. And they're making up those stories to make themselves feel better. For example, well, I'm just not lovable, that's why no one loves me. You know, I'm just a big screw up, that's why no one's interested. If they're guys like, well, my job, I don't have a good enough job, that's why no one's interested in me. If it's women, it's like, oh, guys just don't find me attractive. There's all these things that we make up about ourselves to reinforce what we're seeing out there. You know, well, I think I'm not lovable and no one's loving me, therefore it's true and therefore no one's ever gonna love me. And for me, in my own journey, I'm on marriage number 2 and it's going great. We've got a couple of kids, we've got this wonderful family, and a lot of where I'm at now came out of my feeling of huge failure after my first marriage ended. You know, we got together young and we were together and we got married, and then it ended not very well from my perspective, ended badly. And I started making up all these things about myself. You know, I'm not lovable, I'm a big failure, I'm never gonna find anyone ever again. And as a result of that, it made me, like, to be blunt, it made me unattractive. I was walking around with this like, you know, no one's gonna love me. And of course, when you walk around that way, no one's gonna love you. No one wants to be around that energy. And it's really simple, it's a choice. When you make the choice of, I'm gonna bring great energy, I'm gonna love myself, this is the core to it, right? This is what I found about myself. When I stopped wallowing in the, how am I gonna find someone else that loves me, and just started in, well, what's lovable about me? What am I up to in my life? And I find with relationships, it's often the thing that comes second or third or fourth in terms of what you work on. So you start by working on your health and fitness. So you start to get that good feeling of good energy. Then you work on your purpose in life. What are you doing? What's your career, or what change are you making in the world, or what are the things on your bucket list you always wanted to do? And then that's when the magic happens. When you start to be going through your bucket list, when you start to be feeling good about yourself, you're eating well and you're exercising and you're enjoying your work and you're making an impact in the world, that's when other people start to get attracted to you. And that's when you can have a more serious conversation about, what's my plan about meeting people? Is it online dating? And I love online dating, by the way. That's where I met my wife, and I know a lot about it. I've written a book about online dating, and it's not that hard. It's a numbers game. Online dating is a numbers game, and any of the perceptions you might have about it, about, well, it's kind of dorky, and for people who, you know, useless, I had those same thoughts. It's not true anymore. In some places, there's still a little bit of a stigma, but most, you know, the internet's here to stay. Online dating's here to stay. It's hard to meet people. Just go do it. That's my philosophy. So anyway, when it comes to relationships, it's really, to summarize all of what I'm saying here in my roundabout, excitable way, is start by working on yourself and get yourself to the point where you're inspiring yourself. Do you inspire yourself? Until you inspire yourself, don't stress about finding that relationship. Don't worry about it. Don't make incorrect assumptions about the fact that, well, I guess I'm not lovable because no one's loving me. Love yourself, inspire yourself, be up to a big game, be in action, go for it, and then I promise you, things will get so much easier when it comes to relationships.